He may be a bit Griffin to some, but to others he's caused more problems than he solves. Hey everyone, Keyblade Mackay writer Nathan here, and today I will be discussing the top 10 reasons why Peter Griffin from the Family Guy franchise should be arrested. I will be covering both Rhode Island laws as well as other US laws, since Quahog is a fictional town in Rhode Island. Number 10. Drunk and disorderly conduct. Peter is a frequent heavy drinker, as well as a regular at the Drunken Clam, and there's also the fact that he works at Pawtucket Brewery. He also frequently gets into all kinds of criminal mischief while intoxicated, which usually results in property damage and people either getting hurt really badly or actually getting killed. The penalty for drunk and disorderly conduct is a 90-day jail sentence and a $1,000 fine. Number 9. Robbery/breaking and entering. Peter has absolutely zero regard for other people's property and is frequently engaged in robbing other people blind, such as banks, as well as his wealthy father-in-law, Carter Pewterschmidt. Quahog's most famous son has stolen stuff over the years, often with the goals of financing his numerous shenanigans. The penalty for robbery is a 20-year prison sentence, whereas the robbery for penalty for a B&E is a 10-year prison sentence as well as a $10,000 fine. Number 8. Property damage. Even his robberies couldn't possibly even pay for all the damage he's caused to other people's properties, such as their homes and even their stuff. With all the crazy stuff he gets up to, there's a ton of collateral damage, such as tearing up his neighbor Joe's front yard, including the damages to the house of his friend Cleveland Brown, which causes poor Cleveland to fall out of his bathtub, crying, "No, no, 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 no!" His reckless antics have caused havoc and destruction throughout the town of Quahog, and even through time and space, thanks to a large part with his regular fights against Ernie the Giant Chicken. The penalty for property damage is a 90-day jail sentence and a $1,000 fine. Number 7. Domestic terrorism. In the episode Turban Cowboy, in which Peter befriends a Muslim terrorist named Mahmoud, he finds out about their plan to blow up the Quahog Bridge. Even though they manage to bring Mahmoud to justice, Peter accidentally blows up the Quahog Bridge. There's also the time in Hot Shots, in homage to Heath Ledger's Joker character, Peter blows up a hospital, destroying various vaccines, as well as in Tales of a Third Grade Nothing, and where he blows up the children's hospital to get rid of a rival beer company's sign. Peter actually does get arrested, but is only sentenced to a week in jail. Peter should be charged with domestic terrorism and should be given either the life sentence or the death penalty. Number 6. Treason against the United States. In the episode Peoria, Peter discovers that his house is not a part of U.S. soil. As a result, he sets up his own micronation known as Peoria. It even goes as far as to invite numerous dictators and warlords that are hostile towards the U.S. over for a party. He annexes Joe's swimming pool and more. Peter's rebellion is short-lived, though, as America quickly retakes Peoria and the conquered land, proving that Peter is as unskilled at warfare and diplomacy as everything else. Peter could be fined $10,000 and given a life sentence, or possibly even executed. Number 5. Animal abuse. Peter is not exactly a friend of the animal kingdom. In the episode 420, Quagmire adopts a stray ginger tomcat named James and spends more time with him rather than with Peter, Joe, Cleveland, and Brian. To this end, Peter plans to shave the cat so that Quagmire will stop spending time with him, but he accidentally murders the cat with a single swipe of his razor blade. There's also the time in Brian the Closer and dragging Brian across the road using his car by a toy rope. Brian is slung into a fire hydrant and all of his teeth are destroyed. There's also the time in Peter Problems, and we're trying to save a beached whale with a forklift. He spears the poor creature and eviscerates it, killing it in the process. Animal cruelty in Rhode Island is punishable by a 6-year prison sentence, as well as $50 to $500 and 100 hours of community service. Number 4. Spousal abuse. Peter has been known for bullying his wife Lois, as he is a bratty, selfish, abusive man-child. Like how in Lois comes out of her shell, in which during her birthday, he makes a speech in where he compares her body to broken down machinery and causes her to have a mental breakdown. There's even the part in The Courtship of Stewie's Father, in where he and Stewie torment Lois, first by smashing a jar of pickles over her head, then spraying her with a garden hose, and even locking her into the trunk of their family's car, and even trying to drown her. There's also the part in Family Guy where after he finds out that Lois is of Jewish descent, he attempts to kill her with a sniper rifle through their bedroom window. Peter could be facing 10 years in prison. Number 3. Child abuse, neglect, and endangerment. Peter, aside from abusing his wife Lois and his dog Brian, also abuses his children, like how in numerous episodes he mistreats his daughter Meg and shoves her face in his ass to fart in it, which is super disgusting, as well as the fact that he discourages their son Chris and even got their baby son Stewie addicted to steroids. There's also the fact that he once hit Meg with a baseball bat, and during a hurricane, he left her to drown. And there's also the time where he threw an unconscious and severely injured Stewie below the wheels of Lois's car to make her believe that she ran him over. Child abuse is a Class B to Class C felony, and where the penalty is 10 years in prison, as well as a $20,000 fine. Number 2. Child pornography. Peter's got an insane collection of pornography, and in the episode He's Black, following the cancellation of the Cleveland show, Cleveland returns to Quahog. However, when Lois and Donna start butting heads, and Peter and Cleveland are forbidden to see each other, Peter tries to have them make amends by taking Donna and Lois to an art gallery to have them reconcile. However, the pictures are revealed to be of naked kids. He also is said to have photos of nude underage girls on his laptop, but he gets rid of the evidence. The penalty for child pornography is that if the child is under 12 years old, he could be facing 10 to 20 years in prison. Finally, number 1, manslaughter. Peter is an absolute madman, and has been known to go as far as to kill his fellow denizens of Quahog, like in Turban Cowboy, in which he participates in the Boston Marathon with his car, and he turns numerous runners into human roadkill. There's also the time in Peter Normal Activity, in where he, Quagmire, Cleveland, and Joe end up murdering Albert, a hook-handed retired war hero who works at the Quahog Insane Asylum, even though he stole the medals, and the fact that Albert was also part of the KKK. As well as the time he accidentally killed his overly religious stepdad during a birthday party, as well as the part in Peter's Mother, in which he hugs the closest friend of his late mother, Thelma, Evelyn, so tightly that he ends up breaking her spine and killing her by accident. Peter should be given a life sentence for that. Next time, I will be discussing the top 10 worst things to happen to SpongeBob SquarePants, and why he should leave Bikini Bottom, period. This is Keelan with Kai Writer Nathan signing off. See you next video. Ciao!